back is awesome. Sean, you're on mute, by the way. Is is he
Just
still
let
on
him.
mute for you?
Yeah,
Sean,
just
you're
let him.
still on mute.
I'm on mute. I'm an idiot.
Small talk.
Welcome, everybody, to this week's episode of Small Talk, the show where we talk about absolutely nothing important at all. And happy Thanksgiving to everyone celebrating. So this is a pre-record. We are recording this 2 nights before you will be watching this. So this is Tuesday, the 22nd of November. But you will be watching this, of course, hopefully, or listening when your stomach is full of turkey and mashed potatoes, etc. But excuse me, as I am kind of sick on the show here. I'll try and catch my mutes when I can. But yeah, I kind of got my yearly cold here. But yeah, we had to pre-record. Both Sean and I are going to be out of town visiting family on Thursday, of course, due to the holiday. So we wanted to make sure we still were able to get you guys a show. Sean, how's it going?
It's going good, man. Finally get a break from the school, 1 week, and just kind of hanging in there, man.
Yeah. You're, is this the halfway point yet in this school year or no?
Not yet. Not
Okay.
yet. I think because they kind of run it by days. So like the 100th day I think is in December, right before break.
Okay.
I think.
All right, so you're approaching that at least.
Yeah, we're getting close.
So I guess, yeah, so it's just the two of us today, but don't worry, everyone. We have a shit ton of news for you guys, so we'll catch you guys up with that. I wanted to quickly pass it over to you, Sean, and have you kind of update us on what you got new.
Yeah, so the first thing I got new was the NECA accessory pack for the mummy. And this thing's really cool. And I have the mummy hanging out in there.
That is that like a thick plastic?
Yeah, it's like you can see right here how thick it is, but it's a pretty hard plastic, and the top of it is just awesome. Very, very detailed. I'm curious to know if maybe they're gonna do a black and white version of this, since like they kind of had the theme going with the figures too. Because now if you have the black and white figures like I do, it's a little off. But it also came with the chest, and the chest that came with the mummy fits in there perfectly, just like that.
That's awesome.
So I really enjoyed it. I was just happened to be at my local Target, and it was the last one. And unlike their other stuff, there's no like window on this. Let me see real quick. There's no window on the box.
Oh, sure.
So it was kind of beat up like in the corners and stuff. Like you can see, yeah, like right here. Let's see. It's kind of messed up right there. This whole section right here. But I asked the guy if I'd be able to look at it before I bought it, and he goes, "You'd have to buy it first." And I was like, "Okay." So I bought it right there, and I opened it up, and everything looked good. So that was nice. And then the other thing I got was the Ascension's Dragon Zord. And this thing's pretty awesome. It's pretty light, no die cast. It's got all the chrome though on the shield here and on the headpiece. And then the tail articulates, so like that. So I really like it. I was talking with Mark in the Patreon chat, and he was like, it's kind of sad that there's not die cast pieces on this, like the previous ones, because I told him it's pretty light. It's actually really really light, but it comes with a ton of stuff too. So it comes with these two hands, 6 pairs of hands total. These will go to the Megazord for like its for the transformation, and then it has 2 more of the silver hands, and these ones have like the little, like you can't see his missiles in this one, and then there's the hands that actually have the missiles in it, like this, and then
And which Megazord is this again?
this is the Dragon Zord,
Dragon.
but it connects to the other Power Rangers Megazord to make a couple different forms.
And who makes this though?
This is Hasbro.
Hasbro. Okay.
And then it comes with these little missile, I guess, launching pieces. And that fits in to the hands like this. Just pegs right in.
And they peg in there pretty well.
Yep. That's not falling out.
Sure.
So, but it's got me thinking if I want to buy the Megazord version from the Ascensions line, just to pair it up with this. So, but I don't know if I want to spend. I think it's $165 for the Megazord. So, I have the OG Dragon Zord though. It's pretty nice. I haven't compared it, but it's definitely a lot more. It's less bulky than the OG. And then I also have the OG Megazord, so I kind of want to check out the two. Oh, and the other
you're
thing,
gonna get the Super 7 one.
well, if I buy that Megazord and I go in on those Mezco ones that we're about to talk about in a little bit, I will probably completely pass on the Super 7.
Coward.
But it comes with 2 little 1 to 144 scale Green Rangers
Cool.
to go with it. And that's it for me.
Sweet. All right. That's a pretty good one. So I kind of had a good one too, but it was stuff I've been waiting on for quite a while for the most part. So actually, this I was just waiting on to go on sale. So this is the 20th anniversary Master Chief 2-pack from Halo CE, the original one, and then Halo Infinite. It's like the 2 versions of them, kind of updated armor. Very cool. They look really good in box here. Really excited about this. It was, so GameStop is doing a shit ton of 50% off sales right now.
Nice.
So
look.
if you're looking for anything like that they would have as far as like even Black Series or TVC exclusives, go to your closest GameStop. You'll probably find a few things here and there on sale. I've been waiting a while for that to go on sale, so got that for $20. So I was pretty excited about that. I also have seen recently, I've seen this in high demand, but I actually got this quite a while ago, like a week ago.
Oh man, I haven't been able to find him.
It's the Marvel Legends Moon Knight, and he looks good. I haven't taken him out yet, obviously, but for the most part, I think he looks pretty good. I'm kind of excited to see how well he articulates. I'd be interested in possibly maybe getting a soft goods cape on him, or even like the full cloak. I don't know, and put that on him instead. I wouldn't mind that at all. But yeah, looks really good. I'm pretty excited about it.
I think I want to go all in on that Conchu wave, just for the build a figure.
Yeah, I want that build a figure too. That
Hey,
it's the Ultron from What If, right?
no, the one you have is from What If, or from the Ultron.
Oh,
That's the one that
yeah.
you have. The
Okay.
Conchu one would be like the zombie Scarlet Witch, the zombie Iron
Sure.
Man.
That's right.
But hey, I'm looking at GameStop right now, and that wave is at $22.99. But the figures won't release until February 1st.
Yeah. Like
So
I said, GameStop, like people complain about GameStop being expensive, which for face value, yes, but they run a ton of sales, and if you're paying attention at all,
yeah.
you can get some things for some pretty good deals. That's where I got my SH Monster Arts new like updated painted shiny version of King Ghidorah.
Mm-hmm.
And I got him for like $150, and that's like a $230 figure.
I mean, if you're
So
willing to wait, like I'd say jump on it.
yeah,
Especially if
and
you want that build a figure. I feel like it's gonna go pretty fast.
right, that sale was even on while it was still on pre-order, so I still got it, on time. But and then I got a bunch of Mythic Legions. So with the new Necronominus wave that we're going to talk about coming out
Mm-hmm.
with Mythic Legions, I wanted to get Morgulith. I think that's how you pronounce her name. She is supposed to be one of Necronominus's daughters, and then she has, I think, 2 or 3 brothers. But she is pretty high up, and I wanted to get her figure before she went up too much.
What wave is she from?
Ooh, I couldn't tell you that off the bat. I'd have to check out Source Horseman for that.
Is that
And
like
then I got.
is it like one that you just like you just it was like a random order, or is it something that just went up, or
No, she's an older figure. It's not
Yeah.
on any of their recent waves. It's an older one, so that's why I wanted to kind of get it. Someone on
Right.
eBay had it. I saw in the Cabal group, someone posted like for $70, and that's pretty
That's not bad.
solid, I think,
Yeah.
from what I've seen for her. And her value is just going to keep going up because of that wave.
Right.
Another one I got that I had been wanting for a while is Ragna Stormforger. She has one of the coolest armor color schemes, in my opinion, that I've seen. Sorry, kind of bad reflections here. And then I snagged a couple builders. There's Iron Knight I got, and then Steel Knight. One of these I already had. I think it was this Steel Knight, but I'm not 100% sure. Dean was looking for one, I think, so I have to hit him up. But the new things for Four Horsemen I got was the Deluxe Legion Builder Wave.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people have been waiting on these for a while, and I'm jacked. These are awesome. So this is the Barbarian Legion Builder Deluxe. And then this one is the Gladiator, I think. Yeah, Gladiator Legion. And so what makes them Deluxe Legion Builders is a little bit of I think it's mainly accessories, because Four Horsemen talks about what makes things deluxe, and it's 2 things. It can either be more detailed paint or more accessories, or both. And those 2 that I showed, I think it's mainly accessories. And then here we have the Skeleton Legion Builder, and then the Deluxe Goblin. And those look really good. The Goblin I like more than I thought I would have. I just got him just because I just figured I was already
think-
wanting most of them.
I think I saw him at Stevens, the Goblin, maybe. I don't know.
It's very possible. And then so we got the Dark Templar. This one might be my favorite one just because I like Templars. People either hate these guys or love Templars, I feel like. But so it's a Dark Templar, different than their other ones, obviously, by color. And then this one's pretty cool as far as details. So this is the Dwarf Legion Builder.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I really like what he comes with. And then last in the wave was their, I think, brute scale they call them. Half giant Legion Builder.
Yeah, he was definitely at Stevens. I remember seeing him.
He's huge, like almost the size of a hot toy. And then sorry, this was hard to get out. He came like with an accessory pack. Shield, these antlers that go into his helmet,
that's cool.
bunch of different horns, ton of shoulder pads, bunch of different things. This shield's pretty sweet. Bolt, and then this is a hammer, with like the goat horns there. Really cool. And again, I'm not super big into medieval stuff, but Mythic Legions has got me pretty wrapped right now. Oh, Solo Me again. These are probably my biggest two things. So I don't remember if you guys remember me talking about how I wasn't able to make it to Legions Con. I was hoping that was going to be a
Right.
excuse me. Gotta get a quick drink of water. I was hoping that was going to be a quick, kind of cheap little con that I can make it to. And I was planning on updating, you guys and providing a bunch of pictures and things like that. Fortunately, just because travel is crazy, it would have been like $700+ bucks just to get to the hotel. It's without food and stay, obviously, which is fine, but yeah, it's $800. I just couldn't justify it. So I sold my ticket, and kind of one of my deals there was if they would pick me up the con exclusive, exclusives, I should say. And they said, yeah, no problem. So I got them. This one's the unknown one. Pretty
That's
sweet.
Cool.
I think what's coolest about this guy is his armor kind of hue to him. It's like it looks black, but when you look at it in really good lighting, it's more of like a darkish red, like a really dark maroon wine color kind of thing. Really like that. This skull is what makes it an exclusive. This skull head here. That will not. This guy will go up for regular retail, I think, or go up on their website in the future, but it won't have that skull as the exclusive.
Is it going to be the same paint, or do you think they're going to do a variant?
Yep, it'll be the same everything else, I think. The other one is this Furious 4 2-pack. So this one is 2 figures, and it comes with 5 heads. The 5th one is this like panther head, and that's the exclusive for this one. So when this one goes up, it will have everything but that head. So essentially it's like you get 2 of these, and then you can essentially create every figure that it would come with. And they're deluxe. They're very well painted. A lot of detail to them. They're pretty well done. I got them pretty close to retail when it was all said and done. I just had to pay for shipping, obviously, I threw in a couple extra bucks for his time. I think he said he sat in line for almost 7 hours or something
Oh shit.
ridiculous like that. Yeah, it's pretty wild. Um, but yeah,
So was it
uh,
just the Mythic Legion stuff, or was it like did they have other stuff as well?
they had other stuff. It's obviously centered around Mythic Legions. So, um, so they have like a bunch of custom vendors there, who create custom parts for Mythic Legions, and uh, that's it. It's the main center, but I think I've covered the Beasts of the Mesozoic line
Hmm.
before, the dinosaurs from the guy who came from I think Hasbro and does work for NECA and things like that, and um they were there. So I think there's other random vendors there, but it's a smaller convention. It's just in a little hotel there, and then it's centered around them. But there's vendors from a couple different places. It's a lot of resellers for them and things like that.
Yeah.
And I think for the most part, you'll find a lot of figures that you won't find, or you'll have trouble finding online, for the most part.
That's cool.
Mm. Yeah, I'd like to make it there someday. Obviously, if it financially makes sense, but yeah. So, pretty good week there with Mythic Legions. I also kind of stocked up on a bunch of. Shout out to Zach, by the way. He helped me kind of. I was consulting with him on kind of what paints I should get. There's a local hobby shop here that I've been going to since I was, God, I don't know, 8 years old, and they're closing up shop after 40 years. And I went and stocked up on a bunch of models I wanted from them, mostly tanks, military World War II tanks. There's one Stuka plane that I wanted, and then a bunch of the stuff I got, majority of the stuff I got was paints.
Do you think you'd ever
So,
get into like the diorama stuff with that?
not diorama stuff, I don't think I would. Um, with models, that's enough for me. I used to do models all the time when I was younger, um, and then I just eventually kind of ran out of space for it. But yeah, it was. Thought I should stock up on a lot of that. So that was pretty expensive, I guess. That was probably more expensive than the some of this other stuff that I showed here. But yeah, so that's what I got. To quick get into things here, I want to. Let me see. Sorry, rookie here. I want to showcase real quick and update everyone that we are having a Collecting Weekly holiday giveaway. Um, so I will put the link in the chat. I think that will work for the regular show. Um, if it doesn't, it will be in the uh, excuse me. If it doesn't work, it will be in our Collecting Weekly auxiliary. It'll be a pinned post. And we have it up there. So there's a couple ways that you can enter. I actually kind of want this figure, so I kind of wanted to enter. But um, anyway, so this was donated by Lane the Legend Kramer. Thank you again there. But to enter, you have to join Collecting Weekly Auxiliary Facebook group, subscribe to our YouTube channel here, and then there's a form that I put in the comments. Not exactly sure if that is showing up, but the link for it's in the post on our website, and in that you will get an opportunity if you are a Patreon or YouTube channel member. You will have a bonus code to use. Please check out that post for that bonus code. The drawing will be held December 20th on the episode of Collecting Weekly, and you'll have 7 days to claim your prize, We are not responsible for any VAT or import charges incurred by this giveaway. Shipping in the continental US will be free for the prize. International shipping will be paid at cost by the winner. So either way, it's either a cheap or free hot toy figure. So pretty awesome deal there. And that is, again, I guess to the listeners, sorry, it's a Spider-Man classic Hot Toys classic Spider-Man suit figure. So it's kind of with his suit that we all know from that video game. Other plug here. It is that time of the year. Everyone knows this is when I get the most heated, the most rambunctious, if you will. I love this time of year. The Collecting Weekly Awards. Right now, they're up for nomination. I will again put the link in the chat. I actually need to fill it out as well myself. They will go till the 29th. So, as you are watching this, you only have until next Tuesday to nominate the figures you guys want. So make sure you get in your nominations before November 29th, and the drawing will be for a $50 gift card December 13th. And yeah, just, like Zach always says, if you didn't nominate figures you thought should have been up, unfortunately you don't have a ton of a complaint if they aren't an option in the award. So make sure, if you are passionate about an award figure of your choice getting the attention you think it deserves, definitely nominate it there. All right. So, sorry, God, I'm sick as a dog. We will move on to Mezco toys from there. All right. So, as Sean mentioned, one of their bigger releases in a long time. We saw the tease a while back, and they kept kind of teasing us on it. But this is the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Deluxe Box Set. $400 for 5 Rangers and due July to September of 2023. And I'll be honest, I haven't seen something so divided with Mezco in a long time. A lot of people really like this, and a lot of people, particularly in the Patreon chat, were not big fans. I know a lot of people were kind of saying it had to be worth their while if they were going to choose this over the Threezero ones, which were extremely cheap, right? What were they, $100?
$100, yeah.
$100 a piece. And no one believed me when I said, but I was right, that I think this one will be anywhere from $80 to $90 a figure. And sure enough, 400 divided by the 5 figures, that comes out to $80.
$80.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's pretty solid, in my opinion. I think the head sculpts, I'll be honest, they don't look great, but I stopped judging Mezco head sculpt from Protos a long time ago. They almost always come out much better than the pictures show, and the overall figures do as well. There's a couple, I know a lot of people aren't, a couple pictures that people were pointing at and looking at that they didn't really like, but there's a lot of people who really like these overall, and had been waiting for them for a long time. So I overall, it seems pretty divided amongst everyone. A lot of people hated it, and a lot of people loved this release. I think it comes with a ton. Like, when you just go through and look at the Of course, I missed the red guy here, but you get the picture where it just looks like the head sculpt, and then 12 interchangeable hands for each one, and then they're each have their own uh, base. But when you look at the additional accessories it comes with, two power lances, a power lance that's joined, and then two lightning effects for the power lance, two power daggers. Is that the flute thing? The power dagger?
No, those are for the Yellow Ranger.
Mm.
The flute's the Green Ranger.
Oh, okay. And then the power bow and 3 arrows, the anti-sonic foam gun and foam blast effects, power axe, power sword, and charged power sword, 3 thunder slingers, 5 blade blasters fit in the holster, and 5 blades for blade blasters. And then the holsters for all those. And then 6 assorted blast effects, all different. There's 3 different sizes of them, like a big, medium, and then kind of a small version of them. And then there's 2 dragon shields that are removable. And then there is the Mega Blaster that they can put together here with 5 blast effects for it. So I think it's really cool, what it all comes with. I'm not a huge Power Rangers guy, as I've mentioned before. I always joke that it reminds me of a fever dream. A lot of stuff from Power Rangers. But one thing I wanted to point out here in the pictures here, they have a couple painted and unpainted villains. I don't know if this is them teasing. I'm guessing if this does well enough, these are teases for future releases. If they are not, if this doesn't sell well, then I could definitely see them not come out with any villains. But Sean, can you speculate what these villains are?
Yeah, so on the top 2 with the Pink Ranger and the Red Ranger, those are the putties, so they're gonna come out gray like that. They have some black striations on like their suits and stuff, so they're gonna look
gray
exactly.
already?
They're gonna look exactly like that, and I wouldn't be surprised if they were actually a little bit more silver, with the like their costumes and stuff than just like a flat gray. But yeah, these are kind of like those main like
Henchmen.
henchmen, army builder guys, that they kind of beat up all the time before like the monster comes and does its thing. The one with the Black Ranger, that's Rita Repulsa, so that's like that main villain from the early episodes before Zed came in, and then her kind of main henchman is Goldar right there with the Yellow Ranger. So I mean, it's a pretty solid line. I mean, I like the way they look. I like the way the helmets look. I do have my opinions on the head sculpts, but I mean, I'm at first I didn't think it had enough, but then like just kind of after looking at everything, like everything you're getting, the weapons and stuff, the double shields, dragon shields for the Red Ranger and the Black Ranger. All the guns, the blast effects at that too, and then their weapons combine. So do you know if that's going to be like a separate piece, or I would guess that the weapons that it comes with build that is what I'm guessing, because that's typically what happens in the show.
I saw that, and I'm not exactly. It lists it out as separate.
Interesting.
So my guess is they didn't want to have to engineer a way for them to all connect.
And how do you think these suits are going to hold up in general? You think they're just going to be fine? I mean, I think part of the thing with Power Rangers is like in that first photo that you had, how they all kind of have their random poses that they do. So just moving those around with the suits, you think it's going to be all right?
Yeah, I do. I think that they will hold up fine. There are a lot of fabric. There's not many materials that you have to worry about. In my opinion, I think this this will be fine. This is right up what their alley, what they do well. In my, I know I'm somewhat biased and a homer for Mezco. I understand that. Um, but I'm like that for a reason, right? Like I didn't become a homer just because. I became one because they've impressed me with almost everything they've released, except for maybe like their John Wick, and obviously
The reputation's good enough.
Release. Yeah, their release schedule is pretty shitty, obviously, but
Right.
um, I have to think that with these new releases, they're gonna be the time that they say. Whereas this one, says July to September of 2023. Yeah, don't mind me. Got a bloody nose in the middle of the show, so that's great.
Man, you pulling all the punches today.
Yeah, I'm a fucking wreck today. Hopefully, I can make it tomorrow. But yeah. So I think they'll come out looking much better than what they seem. The seam lines always look bigger in pictures than when you get them in hand. And yeah,
I don't know if I'd mind too much about the seam lines. I mean, these are supposed to be like images of 90s character TV shows,
right. Yeah, real suits. But
my last question on these guys is, how do you think they're going to stack up as far as height wise compared to like the Lightning collection, which are also 6-inch?
Very close. From what I have experienced, Hasbro is a little bit larger than actual 112 scale, as is 112 collective from Mezco. So they'll be fairly close. I think Mezco might be a little bigger, a little bit bulkier. But for the most part will be very
That
close
wouldn't be
in
too
size.
bad though if they were bulky. I mean, they're supposed to be like souped up human beings, right?
Yeah, they're better. They're going to be better dimensions, better like body proportions and things like that. And some of these pictures, in my opinion, if I had to knock it, I would say the heads look a little big. But
Yeah.
God, the heads look big in the actual TV show when I remembered watching it. So,
if I go in on these, I might have to sell at least the main team from the Lightning collection, because I don't need multiple sets of the same Rangers. Like if it's different costumes throughout the years, that's one thing, but I don't need doubles of the same costume.
You got to keep at least one of them though, just to compare.
Oh yeah.
And
I would wait. Like I would go all in on this, buy it, get it in, and then we'd have to compare them all.
Sure.
But they're cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it's tempting. I'm probably like I'm floating somewhere around 50 to 60% on these right now.
Yeah. I think that these will be good. And if anyone has their doubts, that's fair. If price is the most important thing, go definitely stick with Lightning collection. If maybe most detail is your thing, stick with the Threezero ones because they're bigger. They're obviously gonna almost always have bigger or more detail at that scale. But if you want the blend of the smaller scale with the better detail, these are the ones you want. So yeah, I would say these are gonna be pretty awesome.
Are you gonna go in on these?
I will not. I just I want to. I'm just not enough of a Power Rangers guy to do it. Yeah. But I definitely want to see them in person. If you get these, I want to see them. Definitely. And anyone else listening, if you get them, hop on with Sean and we'll do a showcase. Yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah, I think these look good, and like I said, if they do good enough sales wise, then I think there's a chance we'll see some of these villains that we're seeing in the picture here. So, yeah,
the putties would be cool. Like it would be cool to have those putties.
See, I thought that was the unpainted villains they're showing us, but that makes me feel more confident in what I said.
Yeah, those are gonna come that way.
Okay. All right. So moving on to Mofex. Nothing really to show here as far as new news, except for just a Poison Ivy from Batman Hush, their Batman Hush line. Poison Ivy teas. So just something quick there to showcase. We'll have more to cover there.
She looks really good.
Yeah, yeah, I'm excited for this one. All right, McFarlane Toys. So we'll whip through these, and then I'll pass it off to you, Sean, for the Super 7. But the Build-A-Figure Aquaman, this is a Target exclusive, $24.99. Not sure on shipping. Their website didn't say when it was shipping. It just said, um, it'll ship when they get it in stock or something like that. It's like that doesn't help at all. But yeah,
Is that
so
gonna be
this
Cyborg?
I think so. A version of Cyborg. I'm not exactly sure. But yeah, so this is the Flashpoint Aquaman, and then also is Deadman. This one's also Target exclusive, $19.99. Same thing there. Looks like Daredevil almost with his suit, or his suit does, but and then the accessory pack. This is their second accessory pack they're doing. 17 guns in there, and it is on their website only. It's a McFarlane Toy Store exclusive, $14.99. And this comes with a good variety of guns, in my opinion.
This looks really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like you should just pick those up anyway, just to have guns. You know?
Right. Yep. And then I thought this was really cool. So this is the DC Comics Designer Edition of Batman the Animated Series 30th Anniversary New York Comic Con exclusive action figure. It is $50, and I think it's still up on Target right now. Last time, it's a gold label, so it's exclusive, and it comes with like a base, kind of an animated background base of the buildings from like the intro of the show, if you remember that.
Mm-hmm.
And then his cape is blowing to the side, because they have done this. This was actually my first McFarlane DC figure I ever purchased. Was the first animated series Batman they did. So it's kind of a redo, but they've changed a lot in it. The cape, John wouldn't be too up in arms about, because they changed the cape. Obviously comes with different base, more collectible mainly. It has like I think sound effects. It for sure has light up effects when you press the button.
I mean, this
But
is
yeah,
cool. I mean, it's like one of those iconic parts of his intro, right? Is what you were saying from the
definitely.
animated
Yep.
series. I mean, it's cool. It's simple too.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, and uh, it also comes really sadly at like came out at like a perfect time, where we had the unfortunate passing of Kevin Conroy, who voiced this Batman growing up. So yeah, when a lot of people would ask me, who's your favorite Batman, that was him, man. So that's very unfortunate. Rest in peace. But yeah, pretty big deal there. I think this is a cool release by him. So I'll pass it off to you for Super 7.
Sure. So the first thing we're getting is a whole team NT Ultimates wave. It's gonna include Zach the Neutrino for $54.99, due out in November 2023. All these are going to be due out in November 2023. Some of the prices will vary though. He's going to come with a few 6 pairs of hands, extra hands, couple of guns, and his hoverboard with like a jetpack looking thing that I guess powers it, and he's gonna have an extra head sculpt. The next one is, and it's going to come with the cool packaging too. You know, they've done great on the packaging. But the next one is the there it is. Okay, Slam Dunkin' Dawn for $54.99. Also due out in November 2023. He's gonna come with the basketball and I believe a hoop. If you could go on to the next one real quick. Or not. Oh, Dylan, you there? We will just wait, or we won't. We'll move on. So the next one will be Wingnut and Screw Loose. It's going to be a 2-pack for $74.99, due out November 2023. And then TMNT Ultimates Scumbug. He's going to be $64.99. Also due out in November of next year. The Splinter, he looks really cool. Splinter is going to be a really cool figure. So yeah, there's some of the pictures. We're on Splinter. If you want to go down a little bit. There we go. He's going to be flocked, and I think this is probably the best figure out of the whole wave. He's super simple. Comes with a couple head sculpts, some arrows for his bow. Looks like the ninja stars. He's going to have his cane, and then an extra plastic suit to go with him. And he's going to be $54.99, due out next year, November next year. Moving on, that's the whole set. Moving on, we'll have the Conan the Barbarian Ultimates Wave 4 for $55, due out winter of 2023. I think this guy looks really cool. I'm not a huge Conan fan, but he looks really menacing and just kind of like a big figure. Dylan, do you think this is something you'd get?
No, I don't think so, but yeah, this does look very good.
And then this figure will also have a separate throne piece. I definitely am not going to try to say its name. It will be $45, due out the winter of next year.
Throne of
Aquilonia.
Aquilonia.
And then the last thing we
This
will
is
have
awesome.
for Super 7 is Notorious B.I.G. Ultimates figure, $55. This does have a pre-order date, close date, for January 3rd of 2023, and then it will be released early 2024. I think this figure looks awesome. You know, I never really listened to Biggie, but not until I got a lot older. But
Yeah.
I think he looks really cool. I think if anybody is into hip hop and R&B and rap, he would definitely be a cool figure to put with your collection. He'll have 3 head sculpts. He'll have 2 hats, sunglasses, 6 extra pair of hands, a cane, a microphone, and a glass. It looks like a champagne glass.
Yeah, that looks awesome.
And for SH Figure Arts, they had while we were gone from the last show, they had their Tamashii Nations con. So this is some of the stuff from there. This is the SH Figure Arts Pan Superhero P Bandai for $50. Excuse me, for $50, due out June 2023. I believe this is Gohan's daughter. Not 100% sure. It's also, if you go back to the last picture, the picture of Gohan, adult Gohan, she's also going to come with a faceplate that goes on to the superhero Ultimate Gohan. So you'll get that as well. And then we will have the SH Figure Art saying Trunks Boy from the future. It was $54.57 on HLJ last I checked, and that is due out April 2023. And you're going to have a couple of head sculpts. You'll have his regular head sculpt with the purple hair and then the Super Saiyan transformation. The next thing is the Super Saiyan Vegeta Awakening, Super Saiyan Blood for $30.22, due out in April of next year. And he looks cool. I mean, it's Vegeta. And then this, the next one is just a tease. If you go on to the next one for me. Go back one. Sorry. That one right there. This was some of the teases that they had at Tamashii Nations Con. And this is the Beast Gohan, is what they're calling it. You're going to get Orange Piccolo on the next picture. And he looks really cool. Keep scrolling through. I think this is, they said that's Android 15 and 16. I might have that wrong. Yamcha with the short hair. And this was probably the biggest one, was the Carnage. This Carnage looks awesome. I think this is definitely a pickup. Dylan, is this something you're going to grab?
100%. From the movie even, that's awesome.
Yeah. Almost makes me want to buy the Venom just to have both of them.
Right? Yeah. I mean, the problem is they won't go with anything very well, but I still want them.
Yeah. The Boba Fett. Do you remember what the line is called for these?
Movie realization series or something like. Yeah, something it says in the background there.
Okay. And
so
they have the Stormtrooper. Yeah. Black Adam. He looks pretty cool. He was just a tease, and they also showed the tech on Black Panther. And then for NECA, the first thing we have is the Ultimate 7-inch scale figure based on the movie Saw. So it's just a little teaser of one of the contraptions from the movie. And then the only other thing that we'll have for NECA is the Universal Monsters Dracula 7-inch figure, black and white version. You want to jump one more? Oh, Dylan. So, for the Dracula, we had already talked about the colored version. So now we'll have the black and white version. So, I believe that completes the set of the Universal Monsters that were announced. Which I will be getting this one in the black and white version as soon as it comes out. And then for trivia, we do not have a trivia since we're not live, but Sam Giss has 1 point, Equan has 2, Vintage has 2, and then Absolute Irwin has 1. And he was the most recent winner of trivia.
One thing we have coming up is we want to do some sort of giveaway here for listeners, kind of unrelated to trivia, but trivia may play a part in it. We're working on ironing out the details, but there will be the winner will get 2 items. The first thing will be Hasbro Pulse exclusive Black Series Boba Fett in disguise from War of the Bounty Hunters, where he's in his all black. This sold out fairly quickly, kind of was hard to get. But this will be the first item in hand that you will get. And then you will get your very own selfie series. We have yet to come up with an original plan or a plan for that yet for right now. But keep an eye out on Collecting Weekly Auxiliary. You'll have to be in Collecting Weekly Auxiliary and a subscriber. And subscriber to the YouTube channel, sorry. And then there will be most likely special entries, either relating to small figure collecting or something along those lines. Just keep an eye out for it. But so no small talk trivia this week, obviously, since we are not live. And we'll just move right on through to Black Series here. So, with Black Series, we have Admiral Akbar. This is the Return of the Jedi 40th Anniversary Edition. $27.99, available now. And it's in the Retro Kenner box that you can see there. And I hate that I love one of these here. The other one is the Black Series Carbonized Collection Emperor's Royal Guard and the TIE Pilot. I think this is Amazon exclusive for $69.99. Nice. Due out April 1st of 2023. And yeah, I hate that I love that Royal Guard. I think he looks awesome. And I'm mad that I excuse me. Mad that I like it. I want it just for that, but I don't want the TIE Pilot. And I'm supposed to be done with Black Series, so I'm in a pickle. But I think I'll hold off. The other one here is Vel Sartha from Andor. $24.99, due October of 2023. And moving on to the Vintage Collection, sorry. We have Cassian Andor in his disguise, $16.99, due July 1st, 2023. And then we have our Commander Colt. He is due July 24th of 2023 and $16.97. I think they've almost... I could be dreaming. I shouldn't say this because I have a ton of them. But I feel like their face printing / head sculpt looks better here with this one. I think it might just be the hair. I don't know what it is. But anyways, this one looks good. I'll probably have to get them since I do the Troopers in TVC to try and scratch that itch. For retro, we have from The Empire Strikes Back, Forlom and Zuckuss. Obviously, retro collection means it's typically something close to like 5 POA. I think these ones have a little bit more because of the risks, but I'm not 100% sure. But moving on to Marvel Legends, I'll pass that off to you.
So for Marvel Legends, the first one we're going to get is the Avengers Classic Comic, Marvel Legends Ultimate Captain America. This is going... excuse me. This one's going to...
I made you sick.
I know, right? Through the computer, you got me. This is going to be part of the Puff Adder Bath, which we'll show that here in a second. But it's going to be $25.99, due out June 2023. I'm not overly excited about that Captain America at all. So, the next one we're going to get is the Avengers Classic Comic Marvel Legends Iron Man the Extremis suit for $25.99, June 2023. This is one of my favorite suits, and
I was gonna say this is a fan favorite of comic book.
yeah,
Iron
like
Man
if you're an
fans.
Iron Man fan, this is probably the suit to follow in the comics. I think it was Warren Ellis's comic line, and I love it. I want it, but like every other Iron Man, it's kind of weak with its stuff. It has a couple extra hands, I believe, and or one other hand. I can't remember if it's one or two, and then it also has the repulsor blasters. But the suit's an awesome suit, and to be able to get an updated version of it, I might have to get this one. Just to have it because it was one of my favorite suits from the comics. Um, the next one we're gonna get, and this one's pretty cool, is the Avengers classic comic Marvel Legends Yelena Belova Black Widow. She's $25.99, due out June 2023, and she comes loaded. She has a sniper. She has another pistol. She has a couple other accessories, some smoking accessories for her gun, and then what looks like to be like a blast effect for like the bullet. So she's pretty cool if you want to get a lot of little accessories that come with it. The sniper looks really cool.
For how little that Iron Man comes with, she
Yep.
comes with like a shit ton compared to that.
Yep. And like I said, I want the Iron Man because of the suit. I'm in it for the suit, but it just comes with so little.
Mm.
The next one, the next one is the Avengers classic comic, Marvel Legends Wonder Man. Comes with a couple extra hands, and I can't completely tell what that extra little accessory is, but you get two of them. I don't remember what that was exactly, and I never really followed him in the comics either. So
Are they in his boots? Is that what they are? And this is
they look
actually
like-
big because I think they're relaunching Wonder Man
Mm-hmm.
comics series.
Yes, they are. And then the next one will be the Avengers comic classic, Marvel's Orb. I think he looks cool. I don't think it's anything crazy. Isn't that like I think that's the Bucky body or like the classic Cap body, something like that, with the legs or his boots and
Mhm.
stuff. But
I think that's classic Cap, but I'm not 100% sure.
the eyeball looks cool. Pretty underwhelmed, to be honest, with this entire line. I think the coolest part of it is you're just getting a ton of original classic characters. Besides that,
so you're underwhelmed like by the execution, not of the character choices.
I think the character choices are cool. It's some guys we haven't really seen all that much, with like Yelena, at least comic wise. And actually, I actually missed a couple. There are a few more, but I'll go into that in a second. So the next one is the Avengers comic classic Baron von Strucker. He's going to be $25.99, due out in June 2023. And then the last one that we're going to get is the Avengers classic comic Molecule Man. I think the coolest part about this is just that you get the classic comic characters, but I just feel like they're pretty weak. I don't know. I guess I'm just not a big enough fan of some of these guys to be able to pick it up for what it is. It's not like I don't know. I'm underwhelmed by it, and with how little some of these guys comes with these guys. I think Yelena is going to be your best bang for your buck at $25.99 to get some good stuff. But the rest of them, It's kind of eh.
Yeah, it definitely seems like the rest of them pay for her and her accessories.
Yeah. And then there is the Build-A-Figure.
What do you think of Puff Adder?
Know nothing about him. I think he's a Captain America villain.
Mm,
I think I want to say he had another. I want to say there's already a figure of him out, but it's in like a purple costume. I might be mixing him up with somebody, but again, not. I can't really speak on him too much. I never read the comics, at least down that route. So,
okay.
one of the bigger things that they did announce was the X-Men 60th anniversary Marvel Legends Villain 5-pack for $124.99, due out May 2023. It's going to come with Random. It's going to come with Pretty Boy, Vertigo, Strife. I think it's Strife,
Yeah.
and Zero. I think Zero's the coolest one out of it. It comes with one of those portal effects, so that's cool. And then the last thing we're getting is the Marvel Legends Yellow and Blue Gambit. This was more of a tease. It's going to be due out sometime next year, and they're thinking it's going to land with the 60th anniversary pack, or with the 60th anniversary of X-Men. So that's all we got for Legends. And then there is, oh no, that is it for Legends, because that is last time.
That is cool that you see that, yeah, that they're doing him in that suit. I don't know if I've ever seen, it could just be ignorance, but I don't know if I've ever seen him in
the team suit, right?
What?
It's the team suit, right? Isn't that like the X-Men team suits? Like the yellow and blue?
Yeah, right. And I don't know if I've ever seen Gambit in that.
Right.
So, yeah.
And I know a lot of people just kind of love Gambit in general.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah, he's got a huge following for whatever reason. Not that he's not cool, it's just, I like him too, but yeah, it's just kind of funny. Okay, so moving on to Four Horsemen. With Mythic Legions, we had the huge wave we've been waiting on. We had, this is the Necronominus wave. All in, I think I counted like 11 figures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
10?
10. What?
Oh, no,
Yeah,
it is 11, right? Because the horse.
Yep. 11 counting the horse. So, all in for this wave on their website right now. It's only on Store Horseman. It is $560. It will be available on their website until January 15th, 2023 at 11 p.m. Eastern Time. So get your order in before then if this is something you want. Like I always say, this is the best deal these will ever be. So if you're on the fence for any of them, definitely do that. I think they average that if you do the all-in, it averages a little bit over $50.91 it averages to. So that's pretty solid in my opinion. The horses are obviously big figures. There's one ogre scale sized figure, and there's a ton of soft goods. So the first one we have is Belualith, I think is how you say her name. She is like blue skin, looks kind of like a sorcerer, as like a skeleton bird and a skeleton, is it chimera, I believe, with the 3 heads, the dog head, the snake head, and then the goat head. Super freaky looking figure. What?
So I'm definitely getting that one.
Super freaky looking, but really cool. $50, and you essentially get like 2.5 figures. Really cool. So Bishop is the kind of good guy horse that's coming with this. and he's going to go with Gideon Heaven's Brand version 2 that we'll show here in a little bit. But first, we have Conobus, which is Necronomus's horse. He goes for $65. And sorry, Bishop, the other horse, was 65 as well. So both horses 65. And then Maxilius, the Harvester, $37. This is one of my favorite ones. Just kind of like your normal looking Grim Reaper. Very cool figure in my opinion. And I am not a skeleton guy. Like, skeletons don't usually do it for me, but he does. I really like that. And then so Necronominus he is loaded. It looks like he's got like skeletal wings, his huge scythe, everything. He's got plenty of soft goods on him. $60 for him, or if you get the 2-pack with Conobus, it's $110. So, you could, however you want to do it there. That's what he would come with, and then this is one of the new ones. It is Sir Adalric at $37. Kind of a cool color combo there with the obviously like kind of steel silver armor, and then turquoise, white, and purple for colors. Kind of different there. This guy I wanted to show a couple more pictures of because he comes with so much more that kind of changes the figure for me, in my opinion. But this one is Sir Elijah. He's $37. He comes with technically 3 head sculpts, because he has a swappable faceplate. By the way, all of these figures are coming with a skull, including the horse. Are coming with like a skull swap out. That's just an extra thing that they're doing. But anyways, yeah, I really like his Sir Elijah's hammer that he comes with. I like his like kind of more detailed Templar helmet, and then his shield. I really like the detail that he comes with here. So he comes pretty loaded overall. And then this guy, Sir Gideon Heaven's Brand. This is version 2 of him. There's a version 1 out there, and I have been wanting him for a long time and passing on him over and over again because of price. I no longer have to worry about that. This guy blows that one out of the water, in my opinion, with the soft goods, the updated paint, a lot of that. So this one takes that out of the picture for me. No matter what, this would be the one I'd be getting. He's $37, and I'm going to struggle with this one. So Sir Uksajic, I don't know how to say his name, but he is the big ogre scale that's coming here. Just a big ogre knight with a humongous hammer with wings on the other end. Really cool. Really like that figure. And then this is the other cool one from the Necronominus side, in my opinion. The Turpiculi Deluxe. $45 for... the ogre scale is $65, sorry. And this one is $45. Kind of has wings, 4 arms. Really funky, freaky looking skeleton kind of thing. I don't even know what the skull is, like if that even is anything that exists. It's just kind of a demon looking thing. Really freaky though. And then we got the Undead Builder Deluxe Pack. This one is loaded as well. So this one is $55. And it comes with 4 heads, ton of different effects, 3 weapons, chains, bunch of different hands. This one's pretty cool. I hope that I can get a few of these ones. These could even go as like kind of White Walkers too, if we had a higher end 112 scale Game of Thrones line. But yeah, really cool.
Yeah, I think on this one I'll get all the villains. I think for sure.
Will you?
I think so. That
I
they're just too cool. You know,
They are.
they
I
look
think
too cool.
I might go all in. God,
I kind of
I
want
really didn't want to.
I kind of want the ogre size, and I kind of want the other horse.
Yeah,
So
you
I
got to
don't know
get
if I
Gideon
wanna-
then too. Gideon's the
Yeah.
guy who's supposed to go with the white horse, and he's like one of the. I don't think he's the leader of the good guys, but he's up there, I think.
I'm trying to like with the wave that the Alithia wave that I got. I'm trying to figure out like the storyline I want to create with some of these guys. So I for sure want the horsemen. So those are definitely
Yeah.
coming home.
Yeah, so you got to get the 2-pack there because I think that saves you $5, doesn't it? Necronominus is 50 or 60. I mean, cannabis is Conabis. Sorry, cannabis. Conabis is 65. So you actually save more, quite a bit more. That should be $125, and if you get the 2-pack, that's $110.
Yeah.
So that's the way you got to go. And I don't, how it's usually done, Sean, is you don't get the 2-pack from retailers. So if you want to get that 2-pack, you're gonna have to do it in this window, I think.
So they're not going to sell the horse separately like they did with Alithia.
No, they will.
Or they're just
They
giving you
do,
the better price.
typically. No, there's 2 ways of getting them. Either you can order them individually right now on the website, or you can get a 2-pack. It's a separate box. It's like one big box. It has both Necronominus and his horse for $110,
It's not bad.
which is cheaper, obviously,
Then doing it separately.
than buying them separately, right? And that 2-pack though is what you won't be able to get elsewhere, I believe. Is how it's been before, anyways.
Yeah, I think I might have to get
So-
all the villains.
Yeah. So if you for sure want the horseman and his horse, you for sure you definitely should order on Source Horseman. But yeah, these look really awesome, really good.
do
I think
they-
it's
Does horsemen take out front? They take the money out front?
yep, they do. But you have until January 15th to order.
Right.
So you got some time yet. But yeah,
Plus
overall,
$400 Power Rangers.
yeah, that you have more time to do, and that one I don't think is typically up front, but yeah. So these overall, they're really establishing themselves as one of the main kind of premier 112 scale companies out there, in my opinion. And yeah, they're just blowing it out of the water. These are all awesome, creative. I love it. Threezero, moving on to them. They had a sneaky good release here. We've been seeing the teases for this for a while, but this is the Marvel Studios Infinity Saga DLX Iron Man Mark II. So the silver version Mark II, $99.90, due Q2 of 2023. But yeah, we've talked about that one quite a bit. I can't wait for more to come there. I actually might get this one. This was one of the Hot Toys that I was bummed I passed on.
I actually have the Hot
and it
Toys.
was actually what?
I actually have the Hot Toys version of this.
The 2.0 version?
The 2.0?
So the diecast version?
He's right here. Let's see how far I can put this. Right down there.
Damn it. Yeah, if you ever want to sell them, let me know. That was actually one of the ones along with
I actually
the Mark
bought it from
V.
Zach.
Really?
Yep, a while back.
Wait, Zach had the diecast one.
Is it the 2.0? Now you're making me rethink.
I don't know.
I don't know if
You'd
it's
have
the 2.0.
yeah. You'd have to
I need
check.
to
But
look at the
either
box.
way, so that one was up for pre-order and came out very close in the timeline of the Mark between that one and the Mark V.
Mm-hmm.
And was it the Mark V or Mark 6? I can't remember. But it was close with two other ones and or one other Iron Man suit at the time. It was like right when they started redoing them diecast, and I had to make the choice, and I chose the Mark. I think it was either the Mark 6 or the Mark 5. And at the time, and I was glad I did that because both this one and that one sold out after being in stock for not very long. It was like a couple weeks they were in stock and sold out.
I think it was my first Hot Toys. No, it was my second because I had the group, the baby group.
Mm.
So
So you haven't had Hot Toys for a while? Because I think this had to have been like 2016, 2015, something like that.
yeah, and Zach was just getting rid of it. This is like when I first came to the channel too, so it's actually not that long ago. What, 3 years now? I don't even know.
Yeah.
Something like that.
So, Haya Toys, we don't typically cover them a ton, even though I do like their products. They're just usually 1/18 scale. They are doing an exquisite Super Rambo from the First Blood movie. Sorry, First Blood 2. Yeah, Rambo First Blood Part 2 movie. So, really excited. This one looks really good. Like I said, they typically don't cover 1/12 scale. So, this will be interesting to see how they pull this off, but so far this looks solid in my opinion. I actually might try and pick this up just to see it. I really like those movies. Um First Blood is obviously my favorite one, but yeah, I'm excited about this one. This one looks good. Yeah, the licensing says First Blood Part 2, but looking at the pictures, a lot of the pictures look like it was from the First Blood. Because the first one wasn't called Rambo. The first one was called just First Blood. So, I guess I'm confused, but anyways, moving on here before I choke out here from my throat going out on me. I'm chewing on my third cough drop here. But Big Bad Toy Store and Fresh Monkey Fiction went together and created Toy Store first line of in my opinion, they're doing this. Big Bad Toy Store. The reason I like this is Big Bad Toy Store is one of the first that supports other lines that are trying to start from scratch. Whether it's on Kickstarter or whatever. Big Bad Toy Store stocks it. They back it. They just want toys, man. So gotta give it to them. I'll probably order these from them. I think they're pretty good. But it says Big Bad Toy Store's new venture, Big Bad Workshop and Fresh Monkey Fiction proudly present Operation Monster Force, exclusively available at Big Bad Toy Store. Each 1/12 scale Operation Monster Force action figure includes over 20 points of articulation. It includes accessories such as alternate portraits, interchangeable hands, plus Operation Monster Force gravestone base for easy posing and display. So there's what did I count? 8 figures, I think, in this overall. The two I have on the screen is the Operation Monster Force Forgotten King, then the Monster Force Count Dracula. All look great, in my opinion. I think the Lost King is or Forgotten King is kind of like an Egyptian guy in a white cloak, and then Dracula's kind of got like a paler green skin with a big sword. And then from there, and they're kind of modernized a little bit. All these are. We have Declan Van Helsing, and then Delta Red Nocturnal Operations Trooper. And Operation Trooper's got 3 head sculpts. And really, from what I can see, good detailing on the weapons. Ton of different hands. The Van Helsing looks really good. He can looks like get loaded out pretty well there. He'll be awesome. Go along with my Mezco Nosferatu and things like that. So I'm pretty excited about this overall. And then kind of just looks like a repaint of the the Red Nocturnal Operations Trooper. There's Delta Red Urban Operations Trooper, and then the Crimson Moon Division. So the Operations Troopers look very similar. And then from there we also have the Heavy Weapons Division. Sleepwalker Heavy Weapons Division Trooper, and he also has 3 different helmets. And then we have the Sleepwalker Obsidian Elite Guardsman. Kind of funky, futuristic looking weapons there. Kind of looks like alternative history, kind of futuristic stuff, but looks really cool. I'm excited for this line. I hope Big Bad Toy Store does well with it, and I hope it succeeds for them. You love to see a distributor come out with their own line, and someone who kind of has plays such a big part in this hobby of ours. So
Yeah, these are
I
really
like to
cool.
see that.
And they're loaded.
Yeah, they remind me of Super 7 for how much
Definitely.
they come with.
I feel like it's even more than Super 7 though.
Yeah, it probably is. They're unbranded, so it's their own thing, so it makes sense that they can just load these suckers up. And I'm sure they want to blow these out of the park for wave 1 just to make sure that, it gets traction for moving forward. But that is what we got for the news. Oh, man, I made it. Sean, to save my voice, and for me, since I chug so much water here, I gotta run to the bathroom. But if you don't mind reading off the Patreon list.
Yeah, I got you. So we like to thank all of our Patreons, starting with Sean Fear, Ian Seeby, Renee Mendez, Eric Mariscal, Quinn Aguirre, King Louie, Mark Pearson, Paul Schreiber, James Coley, Equan, Chris Valencerina, Ben Thomas, Chris Letty, David Jones, Sam Gist, Daminator, Jawab Bretta, Thomas Clark, Danny Lee, Deanie Martin, Stephen Krent, Big Ol' Fern, King Zachary, Caesar Marquin, Mark Phillips, Lisa Martin Bomowski, Rick DiGregorio, Everyday Collector, Ricardo Valdez, Jose CZ, Erwin Azacina, The Illustrious Rainer, Alan Morgan, Tukathri, Wah, Derek, I'm sorry, I can't say your. How do you say Derek's name? Last name.
I think Bieziazinski.
Bieziazinski, that's right. Aries Portillo, Pablo Meza, Carlos Cerveja, D Rock, Matt Clevenger, Seth Tucker, CC3PO, Scott Smith, Don Matan, Jimmy James, Stephen Percha, Sean Usby, Scott Bradley, Steve and Maria Stanley, Eddie Manzanares, Luis Bennett, Chip Perrin, Jimmy Hernandez, Gigi the Judgmental, and Brenton Palmer. Thank you guys so much for all you do for us and letting us do what we get to do. Thank you.
Thank you, you lovely folks. Yes, you guys allow us to do this. For November Patreon benefits, we have the Philo sticker with Danny, and then the new this week sticker. YouTube channel members, we want to thank Mojo Z78, Absolute Irwin, DK Avenger 702, MFG Rick, SBeam, Andreas IB, Daminator, Sam Gist, Thomas Clark, Benjamin Hansen, Chris V, Big Ol' Firm, Cram, OG Fan Mark Pearson, Ben Thomas, Paul Schreiber, Andrew Gibo, CC3PO, Carlito, CT603, Eddie Mendez, Sia Dreams, Jay Sia, B Chan, and Fat Batman. Thank you guys as well. And we have an update to our Patreon list here. Sean, if you want a quick run through these, that'd be great. Sorry, normally I cover these, but I'm just losing my voice.
Sorry, I can't quite see it. Give me 1 second.
Oh, no worries. I'll do it. So Hot Seat, $5 a month. You get digital benefits, which is Ox After Dark, replay, Patreon chat, and the weekly shout out. Sweet Angel at $7.50 a month. You get exclusive swag sent straight to your door, $5. This gets you a sticker sent straight to your door, as well as access to Ox After Dark replay. Stickers will be sent every other month, sorry. And then Certified Crispy. This tier includes an official Certified Crispy certificate on first pledge and assistance with figure fixes by Zach. What a Guy at $25 a month. In this tier, you get an exclusive Pog Deluxe set on first pledge, doubles of all the stickers we send, and benefits of the previous tiers as well. International postage above $5 will be charged at cost for Pogs. Stickers will be sent every other month. And then for Patreon only, if you are a Patreon and a YouTube channel member, you get loyalty badges and emojis. It's only 99 cents. If you're not a Patreon and just want to be a YouTube member, it is $2.99. And then our network, Collecting Weekly Live. They are actually going live tonight they went live, but they are every Tuesday, and actually Only Fools and Collecting, we alternate going live with them every other Thursday. So next Thursday they will be going live for you guys. And then After Dark every Wednesday. Bricks and Brews is typically the last Sunday of the month. The Ringcast, not entirely sure when the next one's coming up there. Collecting Weekly Live Unboxing, you can check that out every Monday. And then Collectors Club with John and crew, you can check them out every Friday. And then Live and Let Dice. I'm not exactly sure when the next Live and Let Dice is. Sorry, Zach. But moving on here, there you have our sweet. Jesus, some of them are scary. Yours is so good, Sean. You got to be like the best picture there.
Appreciate that.
That's good. But there's our host list there. And then if you want to support us, feel free to check out T Republic and buy some of our funny shirts. I just noticed I'm not on camera. And the box set. All right. So we made it. Sorry, everyone, for having to kind of marathon through this, but like I said, I've been in rough shape here if you couldn't tell. And then obviously, you know, we were kind of playing catch up with the news from the last week's show, since we just did a showcase for last show. We're still trying to figure out what we want to do for the December 22nd show. That will be the show right before Christmas. That will be our next show that we will not be able to make it live. Let us know if you like the showcases for that, or if you like a regular show like this. Please comment what you guys would prefer for that, and we'll just kind of listen to you guys there. Otherwise, you know, we'll just make our own choice on what we want to go to, and stay in the loop about our giveaway. That should be a fun one. We'll have a lot of updates on Collecting Weekly Ox, so stay tuned there. With that said, Sean, any final shout-outs?
Shout out to you for making it through it.
Thanks. There's times where my voice was going out and my throat was just like not, it wasn't working.
I promise you, I
And
was gonna
I
read
was
that. I was gonna read off
I was
the tiers, and I hit the slide button so I can blow it up a little bit bigger, and then you went for it. So I'm sorry.
oh no worries. It was actually at the very beginning of the show when we were talking about Mezco stuff for so long, and I was like, oh god, my voice is going out already. And so I was really worried, but it actually got better. I went and got some cough drops here and chugged a bunch of water, and I eventually got better. So I'm going straight to bed after this. But yeah, thank you, Sean, for kind of picking up the weight here, doing a bunch of the show sheet as always. Thanks again. And thank you, listeners, for tuning in. Sorry we couldn't be here live with you. As you know, as you guys know, I typically love to engage with you guys. But overall, thank you, everyone. Thanks for Patreonies, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving. Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of Small Talk, the show where we talk about absolutely nothing important at all. Have a good